Congratulations on behalf of the European for being awarded Forestry Investment Company of the Year 2015 in Asia.
Thank you very much for the recognition. It's an honour, and this will take pride of place in our head office. Thank you very much.
Asia Plantation Capital has been awarded Forestry Investment Company of the Year 2015 for their work on agroforestry asset management. Gary Crates, the company's CEO for Europe, joins us today to discuss the benefits of capitalising on timber. Welcome.
Thank you.
So the Timberland Index has always risen in hostile market conditions, like the latest 2008 stock market crash. Why would that be?
It's actually a very simple answer, and the fact is that trees continue to grow despite what's happening in the markets. And in fact, if you look back further than the recent crisis, that's true of the last 2 or 3 recessions and depressions globally. Trees continue to grow, and providing that they can be the harvest season could be postponed until the markets recover. Certainly for the trees with commodities and like teak, for example. It's proven that they are a very stable and secure asset and a good investment proposition.
Tell us other advantages of capitalising on agroforestry.
I think from our perspective, we like to promote tree ownership for the environmental argument, in the fact is that, you know, owning trees and doing good for the planet, not just in the oxygen sense, but there's a huge problem with deforestation and illegal culling of trees right now. And the fact that we have sustainable plantations and promote sustainable plantations is only one of the mechanisms to combat that. So by stating to our clients that you can actually own your own plantation and trees and do good for the environment, as well as actually securing good returns in the future, it's quite a compelling argument.
How other ways does agroforestry contribute positively to society?
In a number of ways. I think, take Asia Plantation Capital. We started in 2009, and now we've created over 2,000 jobs in largely rural areas of Southeast Asia, where there were definitely problems on that, and also on the social responsibility side. I think we very much care about the communities we operate in, and the fact that you can contribute through initiatives with schools or medical centres and the like. I think that's all positive.
The United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization has estimated that by 2030 the demand for timber will be over 50%. How are you planning to satisfy that demand when today's demand can't even be satisfied?
It's a true challenge, and I think it's one that many governments have to step up to, in terms of doing more to stop the deforestation, or certainly the illegal deforestation, and encourage more companies like ourselves to move into sustainable plantations, where the net result is more and more trees being planted. I mean, we have about 7.5 million trees planted now that didn't exist 7 years ago. So I think there's a lot that can be done, but a lot falls on the shoulders of governments to do more to stop the deforestation.
Because how long would it take for a tree from the time you plant it to the time you can actually use that to benefit a client?
It varies by species, but the Aquilaria species, which is the tree that produces the oud oil, which is our focus product, is a 7-year cycle. So on a 7-year rotation, we basically harvest the trees and replant, and as I said, we're over 2 million now of that particular species. So we continue to grow and reclaim areas that were not populated with trees before. We actually reintroduced the Krasna species to Sri Lanka, where it was extinct. So there's a lot that can be done, even from relatively small companies like ourselves.
And any goals for the coming years?
Many goals. We're actually diversifying in terms of geographic. We're starting our new plantations now in Malaysia, and we're also very interested in not just the plantation side of the business, but following that right through the vertical chain. So, for example, with the trees in Thailand, we started with mature trees, then we created our own nurseries to develop the saplings. Then we moved to opening our own distilleries to produce the oil. And in fact, we moved from that to creating a range of fragrances from the oud oil, and we now have our own retail stores in Asia. So the full vertical integration is interesting, and we also did similar initiatives with bamboo, where we produce sustainable bamboo, and then we create products from that bamboo, including a bamboo bicycle now we're just launching. And in teak is another product where huge demand in the yachting industry, for example. And today they use wild teak, and what we're promoting there is the use of sustainable teak. Again, it's a younger product, it's different attributes than the wild teak, but that needs to be looked at for the long-term good of the planet.
Well, thank you very much for joining us today, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much, and thank you for the award.